as the Caitlin Clark momentum train gets bigger. I mean, this year she's not playing well. She's hurt. She's not there for all the games. So this is actually not as great as it could be. If Caitlin Clark plays in the All-Star game, it will set records. But now, because of her popularity, even if she doesn't, it will break records.
What if I told you the WNBA's biggest star is being unfairly targeted on and off the court? Caitlin Clark, the player who's drawing in record ratings, is facing resentment not just from fans, but even her own teammates. The All-Star voting snub is just the start. Wait until you hear what's happening behind the scenes. Before we move on, I'd like to ask you a small favor. If you appreciate this content, please take a second to like this video and subscribe to the channel. Over 98% of you watch the videos without subscribing. It costs you nothing, but it makes a huge difference to us. So did you click the subscribe button? Great, thank you so much. Now back to the video. Caitlin Clark is the kind of athlete leagues dream about. She's not just transforming games, she's altering the way people see the WNBA. Before she even stepped onto a professional court.
I don't have a problem with the WNBA players asking for a raise. The WNBA is on a hot streak. I don't care about the previous 24, 25 years. WNBA players make 9%, and now the merch sales are up 500%, and attendance is up, 40%. So they're going to get a raise. There's no question.
Clark had already flipped the narrative on a league long criticized for lagging behind in popularity. Think about it. Everywhere she plays, seats fill up, ratings climb, and merchandise flies off the shelves. She brings a level of attention the WNBA hasn't seen in ages, possibly ever. This isn't just about her skill, though that's undeniable. It's her swagger, her ability to hit circus-like shots from deep, and the way she consistently dominates in clutch moments. She connects with fans in a way few players, male or female, can. On paper, Clark should be a unifying figure for the WNBA. But here's the problem. Not everyone is glad she's here. It seemed harmless at first. Questions about whether she could translate her record-shattering college career to the pros. But then came the All-Star voting. Fans nationwide voted Clark as the top pick. Her peers, though, they put her ninth. Ninth.
As an investment, it's starting to pay off. And so this week they wore T-shirts saying, making a statement, you better pay us. But instead of just leaving it at that, but the projection for the WNBA going forward and the current momentum are really, really good. So the T-shirts don't bother me. But why do you take a shot at the Golden Goose, Caitlin Clark?
For someone who has arguably done more for the league's visibility in one season than some veterans in multiple years, that's not just a snub, it's a statement. And what it says about the rift within the league is hard to ignore. Colin Cowherd summed it up best, calling it a culture of resentment. The idea is simple. Clark's rise challenges the established hierarchy, not just in terms of skill, but also her identity as a Midwest phenom who doesn't quite fit the mold of what the WNBA tradition is used to. And it's not just about votes or attitudes. Look at the physical targeting Clark faces in almost every game. She's already getting banged up more as a rookie than she ever did during her college career. Bodies bumping her nonstop, defenders glued to her full court, hit after hit. It's as if some players have decided to teach the rising star a lesson.
Kelsey Plum for LA had to take a dig at Caitlin Clark. The fever with Caitlin's evaluation has got up 273%. The rest of the teams on average have risen by 100%.
This isn't just tough defense, it's a message. Clark isn't just a bright star in the WNBA, she's a disruptor. And that disruption is forcing the league to confront internal struggles it can't afford to ignore. So what happens next? Here's the real question. Why is the WNBA so quiet when it comes to protecting Caitlin Clark? Colin Cowherd didn't hold back on this one, and honestly, it's hard to argue with his take. Clark isn't just a top talent. She's the player who's drawing in crowds, selling jerseys, and forcing people to turn on their TVs. She's bringing real money into the league, plain and simple. But instead of surrounding her with support, the league seems unsure, almost hesitant, to step in when it matters most. Take Commissioner Kathy Engelbert, for example. When asked about the way players are physically targeting Clark, she brushed it off as part of the game. but not everyone agrees.
Keep your issues to yourself. All right? You went from a Motel 6 in a sketchy part of town to a 4 seasons in the shopping district. Stop talking. If Caitlin Clark plays in the All-Star game, it will set records. But now, because of her popularity, even if she doesn't, it will break records.
Legendary coach Gino Auriemma called it out, saying it's not just tough basketball, it's dangerous and unfair, especially for someone who's in her rookie year. And the thing is, he's right. Clark has been hit, bumped, and ground down by defenders more than anyone else on the court. Watch a game and you'll see it right away. Players guarding her like it's a playoff series, pushing her around, off the ball, on the ball, no matter where she is. Imagine being a rising star and feeling like a punching bag every time you step onto the court. And if you think this level of targeting doesn't have consequences, think again.
It's time to grow up, girls, like fast. Like this is the player that got you off the airline that was bright yellow. The merchandise sales explosion, the ticket sale explosion, the TV rating increases, and more than anything, the valuation of the franchise explosion.
Clark's already dealt with more bruises and injuries this season than she ever faced in her college career. In Iowa, she was too smart and too quick for defenders to even try this kind of thing. But in the WNBA, it's happening all the time, and there's no sign of it stopping. Cowherd nailed it when he said this isn't just bad for Clark, it's bad for the league. She's their golden ticket, yet they're letting resentment and bad blood get in the way of protecting the very player keeping the league's momentum alive. If this continues, the risk isn't just losing Clark, it's losing the fans she's brought with her. Can the WNBA afford that?
As the Caitlin Clark momentum train gets bigger. I mean, this year she's not playing well, she's hurt, she's not there for all the games. So this is actually not as great as it could be. Kind of telling on yourself if you're like, they don't. The other argument I hear that doesn't make a bit of difference, well, she's the only player that's changing it. Well, the All-Star ratings prove that's not true. She didn't play and the ratings were still up.
Caitlin Clark isn't just a rising star. She's the kind of player who could reshape the entire WNBA. Her impact is more than just numbers. It's in the fans she's brought, the energy she's created, and the spotlight she's forcing onto the league. But here's the issue. The WNBA's hesitation to fully embrace her is holding everyone back. Colin Cowherd's right. This is a moment the league can't afford to fumble. It's up to fans, analysts, and even the league itself to demand accountability. Protect Clark, celebrate her, and give her the space to thrive, or risk missing the biggest opportunity yet.